Hello, friends and fellow adventurers. Welcome to the MNmaxed podcast. We want to thank you for joining us, and you do so as we continue the Extinction curse. As always, we'd like to invite you to come join our Discord. You can hang out with us and other listeners of the show. And if you'd like to throw a little financial support our way, you can check out our Patreon. And a shout out to all of those that are big number level and above. Rock Jedi, Iggy, Wolf, Blartimus Slump, Thunder Mammoth, The Trevor Project, Dots Chris, Fizzgig, AC Goldner, Jason K, Eric R, Ope Just Gonna Sleep Right Past You There, Indie Link, Tawdry Monster, Mercutio, Angel Shadowheart, Dicky Lopez, Licky Topaz, Alex K, Mordine, Doma Elaka, Dr. Critis, Forevermore, Frank L, Just Mike Works, Ross D, Treehugger, Darren W, Gold Rhino, Fig Tears, Zach S, Jamie H, Mr. Turtle, Sleeve, Darren, Caleb W, Corey, Pickle, and Mr. Grimm. Shout out to new patron this week at the big number level, Fire Down, Fire Down, Fire Down. Thank you all so much for your support. And now a recap of session 114. We're making our way through the Temple of Zul'Kandur doing some exploration. We find a room and encounter 4 Driders. One of them is special. We attack without preamble. They use lots of poison and we're good against that. Most of what they try doesn't work. The special one fades into mist as it dies, and Nidek yells at us for not destroying the vampire coffin as it becomes obvious this is the vampire. From there we continue to explore and the wizard gets distracted by a library. The rest of us look for something to do.
Okay, so Wizard's gonna chill in the library for a bit. Do you guys want to hang out with the Wizard in here, or...?
No, we're gonna check these next set of doors.
Yeah.
I start searching this room for fun stuff and get a 43.
Okay. We'll get back to you. Hang on to that number, though. Checking the next door for traps, I'm assuming, Nidek?
I walk up to Nidek, so in accordance with Nidek and Peach Pies now going to doors together and having awkward conversations... The wizard, you will find, is very fond of libraries.
Well, them wizards do like to read.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
That was very well done. As you open the door into the room just off to the left of the entrance of the library that the wizard is now getting lost in, you come across a room where there are several rounded stone beds that fill the northern part of the room. The tables, chairs, and other furniture are also neatly crafted from stone. Statuettes adorn small niches built into the walls, and carvings on the walls show xulgath priests performing various religious duties, curing diseases, collecting taxes, sacrificing creatures, and performing rituals.
Religious duties, collecting taxes?
Yeah, apparently.
Sounds about right.
Does sound right. On the ceiling above, a large carving shows a stylized map of the Vault of the Black Desert, with 6 softly glowing orbs, one of which is over the site of the Cradle of Worms. A stone desk contains an open book and a large metal cage about 3 feet square. A mass of slimy purple flesh sits within the cage. So yeah, that's what you see in this room. I think probably the most notable thing of this room has to be the large to-scale replica map of the Black Desert in the ceiling. And
not the fleshy thing in the cage?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go for, is the fleshy thing in the
all right,
cage.
fan. Yeah, I find the replica map on the ceiling to be fascinating because it has 6 glowing orbs that are glowing and illuminating this room. And obviously the map's not up to date.
Nidek will call out, hey wizard, there's a fleshy purple thing in here. You wanna come look at it?
Nidek, when you call out, it kind of stands up. Maybe this purple fleshy appendage, perhaps, just kind of like comes up out of the mass and starts waving back and forth. It's not like a hand. It doesn't have definition like that. It's just like a, like a purple stub of something.
Yep, I wait to see if the wizard comes.
But the books, I want to read the books. I'm
gonna burn it.
The purple thing will still be there when I'm done in here, right?
Also, the books are stone tablets. You can't burn them.
Better, I can break them.
There's some stuff on vellum scrolls.
I'll start breaking tablets. I'm sick of the whiz. He just wants to read shit and loot things.
Jeff, you're so angry these days.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people.
Feeling scared and alone, Jeb turns inward.
What kind of check would it be?
For the purple fleshy mass,
Yeah.
you probably have to get a little closer to it.
I want to be 10 feet away. Is that close enough to...
Sure, that works. As you get closer to the thing, there's a couple of things you notice about the desk in particular real quick. The book that's on this desk is open with legible script inside, not in a language that you recognize, and you're not really close enough to get a detailed look at it anyways. However, you see, much similar to the storage room that was upstairs, one tier or one level in the temple, a folded piece of parchment that has Dwarven written on it. And then the purple thing turns toward you. You know it turns toward you because it opens its maw, and it's got tons of tiny little teeth in it. It almost looks like it's not holding its head up all the way, and it's kind of looks like it's groggy, like it maybe just woke up. But it sees you in the room, and it looks at Nidek, and it looks at Peach Pie, and it makes this little sound.
Is there a picture of this thing?
Maybe. Do either of you read Dwarven?
Nope.
No.
Is Jeb not in the room with you guys?
I mean, he's not approaching the desk.
Yep, sorry, book reader.
Wizard, there's things we can't read.
Okay, I'll come right in.
5 minutes later.
The wizard's got like 2 or 3 tablets that he's just carrying with him, just interesting ones that he wants to read. They're in Draconic Wizard, and it's going to take you a little bit of time to read these things because you have to decipher, the difference between modern Draconic and what's used back in these days. But you think you're starting to figure it out. You've made a few lines into a few of these tablets. Some really interesting stuff there, but you're going to need some time to extrapolate on it. Wizard, you enter into this next chamber that I described to the other two, and you see sitting there in that cage I mentioned, that purple fleshy mass, and a folded little piece of parchment in front of it. In Dwarven, it says Wormples.
Guys, it's just wormples.
That's a Pokemon in Gen 7.
Okay, what are wormples? I'll do a roll.
You think that's the creature or the book?
Creature is wormples.
Oh, what about the book?
Good thing you didn't roll a 1, Wizard.
Okay, well, what's the book?
I'll get to the book in a second. The Wormples, or the thing in there, this is actually going to be easy enough for you to get with the 35 there, or with the 2 is really the not great part, but a 35 is perfectly fine. To recognize this as a baby purple worm. Wormples just must be its name.
Aw, what a cute name.
It's a pet worm.
Nidek is absolutely going to be like, who keeps a pet purple worm? Those things are dangerous. You ever seen one of them things? They're huge.
Did we fight a purple worm?
Yeah, you did, right as you entered.
Yeah. I think we actually killed one once. It's much cuter this way.
Bernard, as it starts talking, Wormple's actually like, and I don't know if this is actual purple worm anatomy, because I don't think it is, but the picture of this thing has a tongue lolling out of its mouth like a dog.
I love it.
And it starts like panting, and it jostles around in the cage a little bit, like it's trying to stretch and get around, but it doesn't have any room. It's stuck in here, and it's kind of starts whimpering and panting.
Can I reach it? I can reach it, right?
The cage?
Yeah.
Yeah, simply.
I pull the cage down and set it on the desk.
The cage was on the desk.
Oh, I thought it was hanging for some reason.
No,
Okay.
on the desk, it just locked.
I pull out some rations and I try and put him into the cage.
Eats him right up.
It is adorable, Bernard. It is somewhat cute, I have to say. I want to keep it. Wormples, would you like to join us and perhaps be in a circus?
Circus?
It cocks its head to the left.
The fuck is this thing gonna do in a circus?
Can you imagine the possibilities of having a domesticated purple worm? It would not only be extremely interesting, but also very useful.
Till it eats you.
You missed the domesticated part. We have bears and mammoths that don't eat us.
In Peach Pie's defense,
Yeah.
Nidek, you domesticated an Astrodamon.
I don't
Sort
know,
of.
domesticated.
captured it and pointed it in a direction to kill, I guess.
Dominated, mind control, whatever. It's all the same, right?
All right, I just want to see what happens. I reach my hand into Scritchett's little chin.
It purrs.
Does it bite me?
Nope, not at all.
All right, he's mine now. I will love him forever.
And it starts bumping it, like the top of its head. It bumps on your hand. It's kind of nudging it towards the latch on the cage.
Bernard is very curious. He kind of gets close to it. Does it look like it wants to attack and eat Bernard?
No, it looks very curious about Bernard.
Bernard slowly reaches a hand in to try and scritch his back.
The tongue lolls out and it starts panting in satisfaction.
Bernard slips into the cage with him and just gives him full-on belly rubs.
And it flops around on its worm back, and it starts wriggling around and making weird cooing sounds that I won't repeat again.
One day, Bernard is going to ride this purple worm, and it's going to be amazing.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm going to write an 80s rock ballad for it.
For Bernard the purple worm riding Rainbow Squirrel.
One day that purple worm's gonna eat Bernard.
And then I'll make him again, I guess.
It's true. It's pretty easy, I suppose.
I don't know. I don't think it works like that. I have to make a new one. But whatever. For now, while it's not big enough to completely destroy Bernard in one bite, they're going to try and become friends. Peace Pipe, please tell me we can keep it. Tell me we can keep it. Tell me we can keep it. He was adorable. Yes, I think we should. And I pull out some rope and try and rig it up so it's like a backpack that I can carry this cage with me.
Okay. Warples joins the circus.
Warples!
I put his card in the Discord chat. You can take a look.
It has a card.
It has a card. You haven't seen the art?
Even
David,
look
at the dopey art. It has a little
God.
crown on its head.
I love it even
It's got
more
a little
now.
Archie crown on its head. Look at that thing.
I'm so happy.
Nidek shakes his head as he walks away.
Nidek, you'll get used to this sort of thing.
These guys are fucking crazy.
Is Nidek just jealous that they haven't asked you to join the circus yet?
No.
We did, though. Or at least ask him if he had circus abilities.
To which he was like, no. We got the cute worm pet. Ted, the book.
Yes, let's look at the book. Back to the library.
Back in the library, did you take the book with you?
Yeah, I'll just grab the book and take it with me. That's fine.
Okay. Holding all of the stone tablets that you are in your hand currently, and you look at this open book, it's obviously newer than everything else here. Everything else here is made of stone. This is a leather-bound notebook. Wizard, you see writing here, but it's faint and silvery in appearance. She writes with a special ink made from the burned carcass of a Dracauthix that is invisible to normal vision, but appears silvery to creatures with dark vision.
I mean, is it readable, or is it too...
It is legible, but it's some strange esoteric dwarven shorthand. That might actually take you a little bit of time to decipher as well.
Okay, guys, I need a few hours.
That is fine. I have a Warples to play with. I am prepared.
Warples is predisposed to having a very playful demeanor.
I let him out of the cage so he can really play
Oh yeah, Warples does,
while the wizard is reading.
The best way to describe Warples, in my opinion, is Warples is just like a golden retriever, except for in a 7-foot-long baby purple worm.
I am, in fact, going to start making crafting checks. I'm going to go gather up some of those armors from upstairs while the wizard's working, and I'm going to make some crafting checks to fashion a wee little saddle for Bernard to ride on Warples.
Okay. It's gonna take you a few days to do, but you get something.
Yeah,
to work
but
on.
we're just gonna get started.
Get started on it.
Getting the idea together. I'm going to be crafting, so now I think to go with that, Bernard is going to need shining armor and a sword to wear as he rides. So I'm going to start crafting some miniature armor and a sword for Bernard. It's not really going to be functional, it's just going to look nice.
Fuck, I love it, dude.
I don't know how to make it good, just,
Don't you have a pretty
Craft
decent craft check?
Yeah, that's true, but I feel like I don't really know how to make a sword and armor, but I'm good enough with arts and crafts that I can make it look nice.
Probably, and that's all you need it to do for the circus, really.
Exactly.
Just needs to look nice. So you all find yourself in this room.
And as a reminder, I got a 43 to search the library for anything that really caught my eye.
I will double check, but I believe we got everything in there. Yeah, the big thing about the library are the tablets.
Okay.
And vellum scrolls that are here. Mostly for what you would imagine are histories and that sort of thing. But you're convinced something tells you there's something to be gained from these. On the desk next to where the journal lies are an inkwell filled with ink and a small vial of some alchemical item.
I'll take a look at the alchemical item.
Peach Pie, as you go ahead and give me your crafting check here.
Well, if it's level 14 or lower, I know it. I do assurance.
You don't know what this is with assurance.
Oh, I'll take another 10 minutes to try and figure it out then.
Oh, I'd like to aid him. I get a 31 to aid.
I get a 41 then.
Well, a 31 would be a critical aid, right?
Oh, it would be.
Yeah.
I get a 43 then.
Is critical on an 8 is a +3?
It's critical on an 8 or +3? God, I can't.
Is 8 always just DC 20?
Yep. That's why it's so weird. Like it's hard early on, but then later on it's like, don't even need to roll and I can crit.
It's so easy, you should absolutely do it.
A critical is a +2 circumstance bonus to the triggering check if you're a master with the check you attempt. So I am not a master at crafting, so it is only a +2.
And you're not already getting a circumstance bonus, right?
No, I am getting an item bonus though.
Okay.
I was gonna say, it's not a whole lot of things that give circumstance bonus except for
No, but it's always
at
worth
the moment.
double-checking.
I agree. Stack those bonuses. All right, then with a 42, you identify the alchemical item as green gut.
Green gut.
Green gut is an alchemical poison.
Jesus, that's worth a lot of money.
This watery mint green emetic?
Google time.
Yeah, what the fuck does emetic mean?
Causing vomiting.
Oh, damn, okay. This watery mint green emetic of xulgath design is often carried in a delicate obsidian vial or other fragile container. In the unfortunate circumstance that a creature has been swallowed whole by another creature, the swallowed creature can break open a vial of green gut to immediately induce vomiting.
Like 5 books too late, you bitches.
Jesus Christ.
The swallower must succeed at a DC 40 fortitude save or take 18d6 poison damage and possibly vomit the contents of its stomach. So yeah. This is the anti-swallow whole remedy?
Oh, but you need them to fail. You need them to fail a fortitude save.
And a DC
That's
40
true.
is not hard for our enemies we go against to fail when their saves are in like the 30s.
I mean, it's a chance.
I need to spend 4 days and learn this.
Although it is a level 17 item, holy fuck.
It is a level
That's
17
worth
item.
2,500 gold. I'm not getting rid of it though. I am keeping it.
That is an exceedingly useful alchemical poison for this adventure
18
path right
d6 damage and could cause them to vomit.
So let's go back over to the wizard here real quick. Sorry about that, buddy. This is going to be a decipher writing check. Did we decide that when you're making a specific skill action that universal theory does not apply? Or unified theory?
Is this an action?
Yeah, it's it's a various skill action. It's an exploration action.
So then, yes, it would work 100%.
All right. So, Arcana check?
Yeah, I gotta double check on one thing though.
Sure.
I have Seer Elf, which specifically gives me a +1 to decipher writing, but I think it's a circumstance bonus, which does not stack with Ageless Patience.
Got it.
No, they don't. So I'll just do the Ageless Patience to take twice as long and take the +2 over the +1. 38. Rolled a fucking 5. Yeah.
Is a critical success.
Oh, that wasn't hard.
Rolls a 5, gets a critical success.
This is the diary of a Duergar servant named Cormentor. She departed from the city of Shrane 2 months ago on a dangerous journey through Erdefan territory that took her to a valley dozens of miles long. She describes how she and her master, who, throughout reading the text, you don't see her identify her master, but they discovered a terraced pyramid with the help of 3 landmarks. Upon arriving to the pyramid, her master took the orb to the lower levels to study it further. The rest of the notebook contains some personal entries. You read that Cormentor spent most of her life in Shrine, but she's never really felt like she's belonged there. She's always felt that her destiny lay elsewhere, and that every day that she spends with the dead folk was just one step away from avenging those who wronged her long ago. There's also some notes in here about the purple worm, Wurples. She was the one who named Wurples. Her master wanted to take Wurples back with him to Shrine to study, but found that his playful demeanor absolutely was going to make it impossible to combat train the purple worm, so left him behind.
Wait, so her master's gone back to Shrine?
There's nothing here that indicates that.
That would seem to be the inference.
That's what you just said.
Sorry, I should come back a little bit. He intends to leave Wurples behind.
Tense matters.
Sure thing, Tyler.
Just fuck off. God, one word.
The rules, lawyer. You can't get anything by it.
I just slipped one word in the tense of the word, and no, just...
Well, I mean, it does make a difference on whether it's... It seems like to us...
The master here
It does, and I appreciate you asking the question, because the answer is that no, in the journal, nowhere does it indicate that the master or Cormentor
have actually
gone.
left. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's not like they took the orb farther down, then all of a sudden it sounded like they had left. I was like, okay, which is it?
The journal indicates that the master is studying the orb in the lower levels.
Why would this journal just be left here? That's kind of weird.
Peach Pie, do you want to give me a perception check?
I suppose.
Say the dwarf might still be living here.
I get a 38.
Or Durgar.
The room looks lived in.
Okay.
So either the Durgar or all of them might be staying here.
Staying here. Is there anything is there like a sleeping bag or a bedroll or something?
There's a bedroll that's tucked to the side, neatly and tightly rolled up, of one of the stone beds. You had to go and look for it, but it looks like there are fresh linens and a bedroll here, but they're very neatly folded and set aside out of the way.
I pull a blank page out of the journal, and I grab some ink and I write it, "We're coming." And I go unroll the bedroll, I put it in there, and I roll the bedroll back up.
Okay.
Just in case this person goes back to bed before we meet them.
You should put the clown eternal comes or something.
Yes, that's much better. That's much better.
The clown eternal comes.
It's just silly string.
So now we know that they're farther down, which I guess is probably the assumption to begin with. It means that they're probably not on this level. Do we want to finish clearing out this level before we head farther down?
No, fuck it. Let's go.
Just going straight down?
Just go. Let's go. Head down.
And the wizard still has yet to decipher the tablets. You've got about a half an hour in. It took to decipher the journal. It wasn't a lot of information. But yeah, there's still the tablets that the wizard is yet to study.
I mean, do we want to keep looking around this level then while the wizard studies his stupid tablets?
Not if we run into something that we need the wizard to deal with.
I mean, we can call for him. It's not that big of a place.
If he is absorbed in a book, I feel like, yeah, he'll come. He'll come, right? The wizard will come, right? Right.
I mean, whatever kills us will come for him next, so we probably better go.
That is a good point.
No comment.
I said the wizard says nothing.
He's already reading a book.
It just seems like a waste of time to sit here and wait for the wizard to finish reading before moving on.
All right, wizard, do me a favor and roll 2d4.
7.
Oh, God. Is that how many hours it takes?
Hours.
Go and take a nap.
I take twice as long.
Are you going to?
Oh,
Okay.
I'll leave.
I'll just set up a mansion.
I go find xulgaths.
So I said, can we just keep looking at this level?
I mean, I'd take these with me if there weren't fucking stone tablets.
Just put them in your
Because
pocket.
you don't have the bulk to carry them.
They look relatively fragile.
They never really do say in bags of holding like how safely things are held in bags of holding.
While the wizard is sitting down and reading the tablets and just kind of, I would imagine, just waves you away or just ignores you if you try to talk to him.
Here, this is a bed chamber. I'm laying down and I'm going to stare up at this map
It's pretty.
until I fall asleep.
What time of day is it right now? I don't even remember. Is it morning?
Early afternoon.
Yeah.
So 7 hours to definitely go into the evening.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like at some point, because there's nowhere to really sit or do anything in here, right?
There's a desk in not in the library where you
Not
are.
the library. Okay, so probably like an hour in, I'd get sick of sitting on the fucking floor. Actually, I probably would have taken out some pillows and sat on them. But after like an hour, I would just open a magnificent mansion right next to me, and I would bring them into the mansion to read.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
one at a time. Bring it into the mansion, read, go back out, grab a new one.
Sounds good.
God, this fucking nerd.
But the mansion is open for them then. I don't know if I'd tell them that, but if they came to check on me, they'd probably figure it out quick.
Kufar offers his assistance in transporting the tablets to and fro for you.
Oh, nice.
If you'd like to just tell me what tablets you need me to bring you, I can go get them for you.
Thank you.
But do you trust him to carry them and not break them?
What a fucking simp.
I mean, if you break them,
You buy them.
You buy him.
we'll see what happens if you break one. Don't break one.
Yeah, of course. He ducks his head, of course.
Is this seriously what the wizard's gonna do for 14 hours? Because I will start breaking tablets.
7 hours.
7.
I'm not
He's
taking
not
places.
taking
For
7 hours.
7 hours. Why? We spend 7 hours so you can read books. Jeb would have no patience for this at all.
I feel like Jeb is used to this.
Yeah, exactly, and he's sick of it.
I feel like Spencer has no patience for this at all.
You're true. You're true, is what I just said.
I think Spencer's done a great job showing Jeb getting, like, more angry and less patient with just people.
I got a mission to do.
And, yeah, in general, it's been fantastic. I think it's been great.
I get a 33 to check these doors for traps.
Nidek.
No one else is moving on. Nidek is.
I'm coming with you. I'm coming. Where's Jeb?
I'm ready to go to the next floor.
He's literally standing in the stairwell that you found originally, just waiting.
Just let me read my books.
Read faster.
Tyler won't let me. I rolled really badly.
That's the time you don't want to roll.
I
on
know,
it.
right? Like a Snake Eyes on 2d4 for hours of reading would probably have been nice. Did you just roll 7 again?
Yes.
The dice have spoken.
In my mind, I was like, I'm not going to roll this high all night now, so let's see what I roll this time. And it's the... Fuck.
Of course. Nidek,
Another fucking staircase.
Nidek, the door that you just checked, it is not trapped, it is not locked. You open it easily, like all the other doors that are here. A little stone scraping on stone, but you walk into another stairwell leading down.
It's gonna be 2 identical sides.
You can hear water softly splashing. Not in a regular, like, running water sound, but like somebody's splashing
Something
in a shallow pool
walking
of water.
through water?
Yeah.
Well, I think it sounds like something's behind this door, guys.
Oh, no, that's coming from downstairs.
Oh, it's coming from downstairs.
From
Not
downstairs
behind.
in this staircase.
Oh.
Not in the other one. In this staircase, you hear slight splashing sounds.
I say that about downstairs as I open these doors.
So if you open the other set of doors that is in the room with the stairwell going down, you open into a room where weapon racks line the walls of this room. Most stand empty or contain crumbled weapons made of bone or obsidian, but a few steel weapons remain. Between the weapon racks are stone beds and simple furnishings. Carvings on the wall show xulgath warriors wrestling, honing the blades of their weapons, and fighting jungle dinosaurs.
No creatures from right here, though?
No, nothing jumps out to attempt to murder you.
Okay.
Big empty barracks room.
detect magic to see if anything left here is magical?
Wow, yes. Wow, yes.
Oh, okay. What? Where?
Hanging from a peg on the wall is a belt covered in thick layers of dust. The belt, however, emanates a strong transmutation aura.
Religion check to find out what it is?
Yeah, you can spend 10 minutes unless you have something to shorten that time.
No. God, I can't roll above a 10. 28.
You have absolutely no idea what this thing is. It's a thick leather belt that is decorated with a buckle carved from glimmering quartz in the shape of a xulgath's clenched fist.
I take it to the wizard and ask him to take 10 minutes out of his busy tablet reading.
I was going to argue that I found it, but I was going to do the same thing, so okay.
Yeah, if they find something new and bring it to me, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, because he'll take like a minute to do it. Or is it one round for you to check things, figure things out now?
If you're a master, it's 3 actions. If you're legendary, it's a single action.
Oh, and you're legendary.
So it's a single action.
I am legendary.
He just glances at it.
Basically.
Yeah,
He's like studying these books. He's going to just glance at whatever this belt is and just say, it's this thing. Depending on how he rolls, though.
We're going to make it two actions.
He's going to double take it. He's going to do a double take on it. Oh, God.
That was on a 20 for so long. 41.
It slid on the 20. You actually are able to identify this item. It's a belt of giant strength.
Apex item.
Oh, Jesus.
Gathering dust on a peg in an abandoned Xulgath barracks millennia old. This belt of giant strength gives you several benefits. The wearer gains a +3 item bonus to athletics checks and a +2 circumstance bonus to athletics checks to lift a heavy object, escape, or force open. When you invest the belt, you either increase your strength score by 2 or increase it to 18, whichever would give you a higher score.
I want the Wiz to wear it.
I was gonna say, I know we're
Just to
going
go
to
from
give
no
this
strength to
David.
18 strength.
Give this to Peach Pie, but how great would it be if
I want the Wiz to have it. Just really get strong as fuck. Just buff overnight.
As a fun little add-on to this, it gives you a reaction where the trigger is you're either targeted by a thrown rock or a rock would fall on you, but you get to attempt an athletics check to grab the rock and then throw it.
It's Peach Pies, but it'd be so great on the Wiz.
Peach Pie doesn't need this.
Probably bigger than I am.
Would be great on the wizard. Are you kidding me? It gives me an extra 1 to hit and extra damage.
It also gives the Wiz like +6 to hit. Yeah, I understand he doesn't need to hit,
Man,
but
efficiency.
if we're just talking numbers, you're trying to open a door and you need some help, call the Wiz.
My goodness.
Think of all the stone tablets you could carry out of here, and we wouldn't have to fucking be here reading
It's like,
this.
this is just what I was looking for. Put it on and just start doing it.
Like you could just carry more bags of holding with 18 strength.
Peach Pie put it in or David put it in your inventory.
I already did. I'm already adjusting my character sheet. Oh my god, that is extremely good.
Nidek grumbles a little bit that he found it, but doesn't say too much.
It's insane that it gives you a +3 item bonus to athletics check, just flat, but then also a +2 circumstance bonus to lifting objects, escaping, or force open, which is fantastic.
Especially if you're swallowed whole.
Yeah. Peach Pie will make a perception check to see if he notices Nidek being a little upset that Peach Pie is just kind of claiming this for himself.
Like worth 15,000 gold.
I get a 42 on my perception check.
Oh, you notice.
Okay. Oh, Nidek. Yes, I'm sorry. I rather forgot you haven't been a part of our party for very long. Generally, when we find items like this, we give it to whoever could use it the most. I understand that you're the one who found it, and I wouldn't have found it without you. Though perhaps I could just this once buy you out. I do not know what it is worth.
It is very powerful. The spouts out a number exactly. You could sell this in the market for 7,500. So if we split that 4 ways, what do we got?
7,500 divided by 4. Yeah,
it's less than 2,000.
It's
3,750 split. So
what are you charging the peach pie for a belt?
No, he's not.
He was offering Nidek, but you guys just like
offering
jumped in.
Nidek.
Nah, that's okay. I get it. I'm sure if they find something that's good for me, I'll get that too. So
false.
It all works.
Yes, of course, Nidek. You can have anything that works for you.
You want a talking sword? No. No. Spencer will kill me. Jeb would kill me too.
Oh God.
It is where
in my head I broke it. I don't care. In my fantasy that thing doesn't
Spencer's
exist.
headcanon.
Yeah.
Anything else in this room
No.
of value or magic?
Not of magic. Value questionable. I mean, the weapons that are here are certainly way too old to be truly of any use. They have some interesting designs etched into them. If you were to take a close look at some of the weapons here that do remain, they are well crafted. Nidek, I can imagine you've probably at least heard of xulgaths here in the Darklands. But they certainly aren't sophisticated enough to forge steel of this quality. At least not the xulgaths that you've heard of.
Did Xulgath used to be like super smart and like have these huge societies, and when he took these other orbs, they just crumbled? Oh my god. What a dick.
The wizard found evidence of a pre-human civilization advanced bartering system that was well beyond anything that was on the surface in the trade room.
I mean, and again, Nidek didn't know about this, but they had a whole city that's now fallen into the sand.
Shrine is an ancient Xulgath capital.
And obviously this temple thing.
Mm-hmm.
Xulgaths used to be like not just stinky lizard things, huh?
I mean, they've always stank. They've always worshipped Zevgavizeb. They've always done sacrificial rites. Beyond that, though, they were a sophisticated ancient civilization, to be certain. The pyramid seems to evidence that. Maybe the wizard will find out more in the next 6 hours.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how long did this take us?
You've cleared all the way down to where you're at. If you think about the way that the pyramid is tiered, unless it goes underground, you only have one more tier to explore further down. Could be that more goes deeper. These pyramids do that sometimes.
So the question is how impatient do we get?
Peach Pie's patient. He doesn't mind waiting for the wizard before we go downstairs. Although I also feel like if somebody's living in this room, they might be back before he's done.
That's fine. We can talk to them.
That's also fine. I'm just going to play with Wurples and Bernard and build that little saddle. That's what's happening with Peach Pie.
Yeah, so as you're playing around with Wurples is just like the most adorable little thing. I mean, it even like brushes its head up against Bernard gently while he's on your shoulder. Like, the worm is 7 feet long, right?
It's 7 feet long?
It's 7 feet long.
Okay, that's pretty big. It's bigger than I was imagining.
But it's like, think about basketball size for diameter, right? But that's in compared to a fully grown purple worm.
Yeah, I just can't wait to have that with the circus. That's just going to be the best.
You certainly haven't seen it yet, but any sort of indication of a fight or violence, Wurple will flee. Wurples hates fights.
Yeah, that's fine. I do not need a purple worm fighting with me. It's fine.
The second thing about Wurples is that he loves hunting for moles. So what'll happen occasionally is he'll just burrow into the ground, disappear for a little bit, grab a mole that he's found, pop back out, and chomp on it, and then have himself a post-meal nap.
Well, I guess I've always got a job in, like, the garden pest eradication business, if needed.
Until it's so big, it destroys the garden as it goes underground.
Yes.
It's like, well, the pest is gone. So's your garden, but...
And the house.
Yeah, and the house. and the neighbor's house.
Yes. All right. Does anything happen in the 7 hours it takes the wizard to read these fucking tomes?
You had 7 hours. There was about a half an hour of looking around. Nidek attempted to identify the belt, and then you took it to the wizard. And then while the wizard's doing this, Peach Pie, what are you doing during that time? He has the mansion open.
I am staying outside of the mansion because I am expecting somebody to come back, and I want to be here waiting for them when they do. I will be playing with Wurples and Bernard and working on building a little saddle for Bernard to ride Wurples.
Jebediah, what about you? What are you doing?
We're waiting 7 hours for him to read some fucking books. This seems like really stupid. Like, I know he wants to read, but we're like literally in like a combat scenario. Like, no, we're not staying here for 7 hours for him to read books.
Damn it.
We're in a fucking place that has like enemies.
The first hour passes. There are 6 hours left. Jeb, are you inside with the wizard in the mansion, or are you hanging out with Peach Pie and Wurples?
He's your wizard.
I'm just distracted. Yeah, I'm just in there telling him that I'm just being really annoying as he reads books.
Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
What's this word
Did you
mean?
find
Hey, what's
anything
this word mean?
interesting?
This is why it takes 7 hours.
Yeah,
It's a self-fulfilling
it could have
prophecy.
been done in like 30 minutes, but I just don't want you to read books.
But I want to read books. It's what my character would do.
It is. I love that. It is what your character would do.
Yeah, but I don't think as a party we would wait 7 hours for you to do so when we're in a tower.
Why not? We just hop into the mansion. We do this shit all the time at dungeons.
No, when was the last time we did it in a dungeon? We've done it outside.
Like upstairs, outside.
Yeah, outside.
On top of the dungeon. We literally did it on top of the
Ergo not in the dungeon.
There was a good reason for it.
Yeah, there was a good reason. Now it's just reading books.
book reading is a good reason to do it. But what do I find out in that first hour? Anything?
From what you've discovered, there are a couple of histories that you're looking into, and a lot of it goes back a long time. Like, we're talking pre-humanoid civilization on the surface, a long time. Like pre-Aslanti Empire, a long time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm reading these.
You don't know much more than that, though, at the moment. So, Jeb, after an hour of bothering the wizard and him going, no, this is important, do you stick around, or...?
Is there any reason? What is it getting out of this?
I can't tell you until you complete the 7 hours of research.
It's possible info about our mission.
It's true.
Is it?
I mean, there could be information on the orbs, or this temple, or the xulgath.
Particularly if we find this orb down at the bottom of this temple.
Literally what the plot of this is.
Yeah, it's the plot.
It's
Like, let him
literally
read
the
books.
plot of
It's
this
the plot.
adventure path.
Now, you don't have to read
We
the
don't need
books
to know
right
that.
now.
That's what I'm getting from the first hour, is what Tyler told me.
I think there's a chance we find the orb at the bottom of this temple with this Dominic or whatever their name was, Cormentor.
And I'd like more information before we go fuck with that orb and do anything. Tyler, I read the books.
Jeb's super frustrated.
The tablets.
Wait, so is Spencer doing to Ted what Jeb's doing to the wizardry?
I think so.
We're one and the same.
So, Jeb and the wizard, you're sitting around, wizard, you're trying to ignore Jeb as you're going about this. Jeb, you're just trying to get him to move along, right? Like, what's important about this? As it's going on, both of you hear a sound from deeper within the mansion, and it's this rush of energy, and then, and this cascading crimson energy bursts through the inside of the mansion.
How?
Through the mansion?
Inside the mansion,
The fuck's going on in there?
How?
cut to the storage room where all of the unseen servants pack away the wizard's extra-dimensional items as they fall out of the space. Nidek, invisible, hovers over a serrated blade, and he holds a hilt inside of his head. It insists, just let me touch it. Just let me touch it. There's something it has that I need. I just need it. Just let me touch it. And as soon as he holds the hilt out to the sword begins to scream, and this energy cascades from the two touching. And Nidek, as you're watching this arcane explosion occur in front of you, the serrated short sword is gone. Instead, in your hands, you're holding a dagger with a gold-gilded hilt and an emerald embedded into the bottom of it.
God damn it, Nidek.
I think we have to kill Nidek.
I think we're gonna have to kill Nidek.
It says to you inside your head, I understand now. You can't tell them about me. They're just gonna want to destroy me.
After that little display there, everybody might know about you already.
You're gonna have to come up with something. The blade turns invisible in your hands.
Well, I'm not in the mansion.
I cast Chain Lightning on Nidek.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go investigate.
Nidek, you're standing still invisible in the room. Wizard, you enter the room with Jeb at your heels. Give me a perception check.
39.
32.
Jeb, you're not really sure exactly what you're looking for. Wizard does the magic shit. Everything looks neatly organized. Wizard, you see a place that's missing something. Your servants tend to categorize things by recent. So when they index all of your items, it goes from the oldest acquired to the newest acquired, and way off to the newest acquired section, a serrated short sword is gone.
Nidek, where's my sword?
I'm invisible.
Nidek's invisible and you don't see him.
How far away is Nidek from me right now?
The storeroom's probably a 10, like maybe a 15 by 15 foot room.
So my ooze is freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, it's in a room full. It's in a room full of magic shit.
There's no way that the strongest item in here right now is not that sword, and that is not something it's used to. The way detect magic works is that it pinpoints the strongest aura first.
I wouldn't say it's freaking out, but it would bring it to your attention.
It's a grail of twisted desire in here and a bunch of.
That's like a 5th level item.
It's not that low.
Dude. Okay, it's like 7th level or something. I'm pulling it up.
I have no idea what level it is. I just know it's another artifact.
It's 10th level, but it's 10th level versus this fucking artifact. Like, no.
We don't even know what it is.
I know something is in here, because if he started freaking out, I would detect magic to figure out why he's freaking out.
Nidek, you see this little colorful ooze pop out of the wizard's sleeve and start like shivering and shuddering and making pointing motions toward the square that you're standing in. What do you do?
I attempt to get the fuck out of there stealthily.
We are going to have you make a stealth check. Wizard, your perception DC is the target here. He's invisible, but you also know exactly what square something is in, and your slime is likely going to follow it.
Standard perception DC would be 34.
And I do have a feat that's called Slink. I can move 5 feet farther when I take the sneak action up to my speed. In addition, as long as I continue to use sneak actions and succeed at my stealth check, you don't become observed if you end a sneak action in dim light or darkness, as long as you have cover or greater cover or are concealed at the end of your turn.
You know what? I'm actually going to have us roll initiative. Jeb, Wizard,
I was going to say, 'cause there's
Nidek,
things I'm going to be doing.
roll initiative.
Well, I'm using my stealth initiative.
Fucking 19 on the die, Nidek. Jeez.
This is why we don't just pick up random people in the party, guys.
I mean, Peach Pie did just tell me. I'm going to save that in case I get caught.
All right. We are in Extinction Curses. First, player versus player initiative roll. It happened really fast in Mithro Dragon Wagon.
Oh, it's just me and Benzie.
It took us 5 books to get here, but here we are. Our initiative moment for me is the slime detecting that something really strong is in Nidek's square. So that's where we start. At the top of round 1, Nidek, what do you do?
Nidek, for this first action, will move up to get into the doorway of the main hall. And he's not doing it stealthily anymore, so he's just going to move up to his 25 feet. He doesn't want to be like right next to either one of them because he doesn't want to startle them. He comes out and he's got his hands up, but he's invisible and doesn't even think about the fact that no one can actually see him with his hands up.
It's not what it doesn't look like.
Okay, this has gone too far, guys. I didn't mean any of this to happen. The little hilt thing wanted to talk to the sword thing, and I was trying to be nice to it. It seemed lonely and sad.
Who the fuck's talking? Eclipse first! Fuck. Nidek, what are you talking about? What you took what to the sword?
The hilt thing that you guys tossed out the door.
I thought that bitch was begone.
Oh my god. If you don't give Ted a hero point for that, I'm
Take a hero point. Yes, please. That was fantastic.
Well, you see, it was, and then I kind of unbegoned it while y'all was sleeping.
Why would you do that? I mean,
It sounded so sad. It just wanted a friend.
but we've had such bad experience. Oh, I guess you weren't there for any of that. It like mind controlled our friend who died down here, and then like we had to fight it and like kill it, and then we thought like it was okay because like it was dead. We didn't know it was still talking. That's a much longer story. I don't remember what the fuck we were talking about. Where is it now? What? I don't see anything.
Well,
I don't even see you.
that's because I cast invisibility on myself, and it'll wear off here in a little bit.
Well, can you at least drop the sword? I mean, we again, bad experiences.
Well, here's the thing. It kind of got scared when you guys came in the room, and it made itself invisible also.
Isn't that like a double negative?
I pull out a bottle of True Sight and drink it. I have that potion of True Sight.
Ooh, the one you were uncertain about.
Oh, is that the one that he wasn't positive was actually?
cyanide.
Wasn't sure about it. Risky. You drink it, and Nidek comes into your vision. So, overcoming a 4th level invisibility's magic with the true seeing and the counteract check that you made works.
Okay.
And Nidek, you were still holding it.
Yeah, I still have it.
Nidek, please put the sword down. I can see both you and the sword now. Wait, that sword's not... That's not the sword I had.
Yeah, what does it look like? I mean, I guess I don't even. Did I see it turn into something? You said it was a serrated blade.
Bloodletter was a serrated short sword. The nameless hilt was just a dagger's hilt. It is now a dagger with an emerald. It used to be a ruby.
That's not the sword I had in my possession. Nidek, you said the hilt devoured? What happened exactly? Was that wave of magic?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about devoured, but like absorbed.
Is it still a child? Or is it the creepy evil man that was in that sword?
You got rid of the child voice, so.
Is it like
Is it still an emo teenager kind of guy?
I was just saying, is it like an emo teenager now?
Emo
Like,
teenagers go
we
on.
meeting somewhere in between?
I'm still not quite sure.
Sprinkles, is that you? So the wizard does feel more confident in control of his mind since he casts Mind Blank on himself every day now. He would pick up the newly formed weapon, intelligent weapon, and start questioning it to figure out, is it the dagger that he's known before? Is it Sorrow? Is it a fucking child? Is it the sword? Is it an entirely new being? He'd be curious to know what this is now.
As soon as you pick it up, a pensive voice. Hello, wizard.
And who is this?
I don't know. I'm not really sure what my name is, or if I even need one.
Do you have memories of who you were before?
That's an odd question.
Who was in this hilt before, or who was in this blade before?
I know that I am now surrounded in what was Bloodletter. I don't know how to explain exactly, because I'm not quite sure either.
Is this out loud or all in the wizard's head?
We can say it's out loud and it's fine. I'd prefer out loud. If
Out
anything.
loud? Okay, yeah. Can be
Ted and the wizard would both prefer out loud.
Sure, yeah.
Enough with secretive conversations. So Jeb is in earshot of this, I assume.
Correct.
Jeb goes to his bedroom.
Jeb, I think the threat is gone.
Everyone else could accept it. I still want to know.
I think the threat is
Nope.
gone. I know how you feel about this intelligent beings in general, intelligent items in general.
Then you deal with it.
I am gonna go call Peach Pie back in just in case. Don't worry, we'll be okay. Nidek, I'd prefer if you stayed within eyesight for the moment. I'm gonna go grab Peach Pie and we'll decide what to do with you and this intelligent item.
So Peach Pie Wizard comes out to you.
I come with him then. I bring Wurples.
Do you bring Wurples? Do you bring...
Well, and Burner too, of course.
Well, the cage? Do you keep Wurples in the cage, or is he out and about?
During this time playing with him, could I have figured out if he needs the cage? No, I don't put him in the cage. He can follow me if he wants to, and he can go away if he wants to. I do not put him in the cage.
You notice that after you've been playing with him, and at one point he goes away and just kind of burrows through the floor, returns with a mole, and eats it at your feet. Afterwards, just kind of goes into the cage if the door is open and curls up to take a nap.
Okay, so it's kind of like his little home. I'll get a cushion in there for him at some point.
Yeah, if you think of it like a dog in its kennel after it's been crate trained, you know?
Okay, then I leave the cage there. I walk into the mansion. I motion for Wurples to follow me if he'd like.
Tongue lolling out of its mouth, it would happily follow its new play friend.
Wurples is allowed into the mansion.
Thank you, wizard.
Just to clarify, any friend at Peach Pie is a friend of mine.
Even if it's a purple worm. Thank you for letting Wurples in, wizard.
The Wiz doesn't judge about species. You know this.
True. What is going on?
Long story short, our new member Nidek over there,
Yes.
thief, took the hilt that we begoned.
Now, technically, I did not steal
Silence,
anything.
Not Nidek.
He kind of looks down and away.
Back to it. Nidek allowed the hilt to speak with the, the creepy red, or the creepy sword that was used for sacrifices
Yes.
that Jeb told me not to take, but I took, and I was going to say
It is worth money. Why wouldn't we sell it?
Yeah, that money's gone. The hilt devoured the money, and now it's this. It's neither, and it's both.
Realistically, Jeb got what he wanted. The sword's gone.
Did I say you could speak yet?
No.
He did make sense, though. But also, Nidek, I assume you are a thief, but just wait a moment, all right?
I actually have no thievery.
You're very stealthy.
I am very stealthy, but I have no thievery.
But Peach Pie, I haven't sensed any hostility from the blade as of yet, but it might be too soon to judge. It does seem to be a different existence again.
It certainly does look like it's made out of the same sort of thing that Moonlight was, doesn't it? Very similar.
I don't think it wants to be put back in the bag anymore, but I'm fairly confident in my mental faculties now with, how blank my mind is. Would it be you think it'd be okay if I held on to it to judge it, and we can decide from there?
Of course, wizard. I trust your judgment, especially with magical things.
I'll hold on to it for now.
Epic eye roll.
What should I call you?
Dagger?
I'll think of something better.
Okay.
Give me a week.
I trust you, wizard.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, fuck it. Best name for you.
I feel like it was so sarcastic there. I like that.
Your new name is Dagger.
No, the dagger.
Your new name is the Dagger. Yes, there is a the in front of your name. I am the wizard.
The dag.
We will call you for short, because I don't want to call you Dag. You're the Dur. You're the Dur.
Peach Pie looks at Nidek and says, Nidek, I think you need to face consequences for your actions. Please accompany me into this room. And I go into the treasure room and I gesture for Nidek to follow me. Do you?
Wait, into which room? You're not taking him back? He just took something out of that room.
I'm going to beat him up, but I don't want him to feel embarrassed about it. Nidek, please.
Okay, don't take him into the room that he took something from, though. Take him into a there's 50 rooms here, man.
This one's the closest.
Learn from the mistakes of the past.
Didn't take nothing.
Okay, it was on the ground, it's missing, it's this now.
Does Nidek come into the room? Please, Nidek, I must insist.
Yes, Nidek will follow.
All right, I close the door. So, Nidek, is there anything in here that you would find useful? Oh, and please make sounds of pain.
Ow! Not so hard, Peach Pie.
So anyway, as I was saying...
Peach Pie, not too much blood in there. The unseen servants complained last time.
And I pull out my grease paint and I start putting a black eye on Nidek and a little bit of red blood dripping from the nose. If there's anything in here you would like to use, please feel free.
I don't even know what's in there.
I think it's literally just it's the party inventory is what it is.
The wizard is very protective of his magic items, but it's just gold. Please, at least one more moan. Well, don't take anything that's the wizard's.
I think my personal items would be set in my room, though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes
This
sense.
is the loot room.
I don't know.
Enough, Peach Pie. Enough.
All right, I think I'm just about done with the makeup here. That should about do. We come out of the room, and Nidek, do not heal yourself until at least the morning, and think about what you've done.
Oh, Peach Pie, you didn't have to be so rough with... Well, you did steal something
He
from me.
stole from my friend the wizard. Naughty, naughty.
Thanks, Peach Pie. You know how much I abhor violence. No,
All right.
You can't even say it without laughing.
I can't say it.
Let's go down those stairs and kill something.
Yes, God, please, yes.
Let's go beat something up.
So it turns out Nidek had picked up Moonlight's Leshy keepsake. It's almost like Swanee's trying to make some connection between his characters, and then we won't let him because we hate that fucking thing. Will we get over it and just let Nidek develop naturally, or will we kill him? Find out next time as we continue the Extinction Curse. And until then, may you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.